And for more on this historic launch, let's bring in former NASA astronaut Mike Massimino for more on this. Mike, thanks for being here. Put this into perspective for us. How big of a deal is this, and what does this mean for the future of space exploration?
Well, Diana, it's a pretty big rocket and a pretty big step that was taken this morning, sending the Orion spacecraft to the moon. The rocket performed perfectly. It looks like, I'm sure we'll hear more about it, but it seems like everything went really well. And now the Orion spacecraft, which will eventually bring people to the moon, is on its way. And this is the first step. It's just Artemis I, but it's the first step in going back to the moon to stay this time, not just for visits, but to stay.
What happens next in this journey for Artemis I?
Well, it's going to get to the moon probably early next week, become as close as 60 miles, and then enter a large orbit around the moon, and then come back to Earth. The plan is to have it splash down, re-enter, check out the heat shield, and re-enter the Earth on December 11th. So along the way, it's going to be taking lots of data about radiation protection and vibration, lots of information on how well Orion is suited to bring people to the moon.
Now, NASA says the Artemis expedition could lead to the first crewed space trip to Mars. How far do you think we are from that?
Mars is a long way away, but this is not only the first step to getting us settled on the moon, but getting us closer to sending people to Mars for that exploration. And that, of course, is also very exciting. I hope we just got to keep going with the plan that we have, I think, and we should be able to get people on Mars, I would think, in the next 10 years or so. If everything goes according to plan, we should be able to have people permanently on the moon in a few years, and then hopefully use it as a launching pad to send the first crewed mission to Mars. So this was a big step, not only to get us back to the moon, this time to stay, but also to explore further to Mars and hopefully beyond someday.
And when you say this time to stay, what does that mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, so 50 years ago, we went for visits. It was like, trips that they would go for a couple of days, collect rocks, do some studies, and then came back. But there was never, and the intention was never to settle there with a permanent presence on the moon. We're coming up on the 50th anniversary next month in December. Will be the 50th anniversary of Apollo 17, the final mission of the Apollo series. We haven't had people on the moon in 50 years. But instead of just going back for visits, I mean, the first trip, Artemis III, will just be a visit. But the plan here is to go and set up the infrastructure that we can have a permanent presence on the moon.
All right, we're going to leave our toothbrush there. Mike Massimino, we appreciate it as always. Thank you.
That's it. Exactly right. Leave your toothbrush there. Thanks,
Getting
Diane.
comfy on the moon. Love it.
That's it. That's it.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.